Welcome, word detectives. Are you ready to completely crack the code on some of the absolute trickiest vocabulary words in the English language? Well, you are tuned in to an explainer that is going to equip you with the ultimate vocabulary weapon. Seriously, whether you're aiming to be a spelling bee champion or honestly, you just want to level up your reading skills, you are in exactly the right place. Let's get started.
So ask yourselves this: how in the world could a bursting volcano, a cartoon fox rudely interrupting a rabbit's story, and a poor bear staring at an empty piggy bank all share the exact same secret? I mean, at first glance, these things have absolutely nothing in common, right? But in the world of words, it's like a giant puzzle, and they are all connected by one tiny, incredibly powerful piece of language.
And here is that secret. It's the Latin root rupt, R-U-P-T. Rupt simply means break. I want you to think of rupt acting like a giant, magical hammer just smashing through words. Every single time you hear R-U-P-T hiding inside a word, picture that giant hammer swinging down. Smash. A wall breaks. Smash. A pipe breaks. Smash. A conversation breaks. This one tiny root is literally the key to unlocking dozens of complex words. And the best part? You'll never have to memorize a dictionary again.
Okay, here is our roadmap for today's explainer. Number 1, the origin story. 2, prefix power. 3, word detective training. 4, a spelling bee masterclass. 5, root cousins. And finally 6, memory tricks and rapid review.
Section 1. Origin story. Ancient Rome to English. All right, let's travel back over 2,000 years to ancient Rome to see exactly how this root began. Imagine a Roman worker carrying a really heavy clay pot. Suddenly, he drops it. Crash! It breaks into 100 pieces on the cobblestone floor. The ancient Romans used the verb rumpere to mean to break. Well, over time, another form of that word emerged, ruptus, meaning broken. Hundreds of years passed, languages evolved, and eventually, a tiny survivor of that Roman word entered the English language, our modern root rupt. So when you spell a rupt word today, you're actually using a piece of ancient Rome. How cool is that?
Section 2, prefix power, directions for breaking.
Now, what's really fascinating about this next concept is how we use prefixes to tell our magical rupt hammer exactly which direction to break things. See, the root is the main idea, but the prefix gives the direction. Take E or EX, which means out. Combine that with rupt and you get erupt, to break out, just like a volcano. Inter means between. Combine it with rupt and you get interrupt, breaking between. Exactly like that fox breaking right into the middle of the rabbit's conversation. And then dis means apart, which gives us disrupt, like a huge storm breaking apart your weekend travel plans.
Let's look at a few more of these. Cor or com means completely, so corrupt literally translates to completely broken. This brilliantly illustrates how tearing pages out of a rulebook makes the rules morally broken or corrupt. AB means away, giving us abrupt, meaning broken away suddenly, kind of like a movie screen suddenly just going black. And oh, check out this championship-level word, incorruptible. In means not. Add that to corrupt, and it means unable to be completely broken. Imagine a glowing superhero shield protecting honesty. It is totally incorruptible.
Let's move on to a really crucial spelling bee trap. You've got to pay close attention to this comparison. Erupt with an E means breaking outward, like a volcano spewing lava out into the sky. But erupt with an IR means breaking into. IR literally means into. It's an inward action. Imagine hundreds of birds suddenly flying into an empty field. They erupt into the area. Definitely remember this distinction. One bursts outward, the other crashes inward.
Section 3. Word detective training. Analyze, don't memorize. I hope you brought your magnifying glasses because Professor Al is officially kicking off your word detective training. The crucial takeaway here is to follow 4 logical steps to decode unfamiliar words, rather than just trying to memorize the entire dictionary. Step 1. Find the root. We already know rupt means break. Step 2. Find the prefix. Just look at the beginning of the word for that direction. Step 3. Combine them. And step 4. Infer the definition. So if you see the word disrupt, you know dis means apart, rupt means break, break apart. Bam, you just decoded the word. This is exactly how the champions think.
Let's actually apply our detective skills to a fascinating historical word, bankrupt. Think back to our friend the bear staring at his empty piggy bank. Well, in medieval times, money changers did all their business on wooden benches. The Italian word for bench was banca. Now, when a money changer ran out of money and failed financially, the townspeople would literally smash his bench into pieces. His bench was physically broken. Banca plus rupt, bankrupt. Honestly, history gives us the best vocabulary lessons.
Section 4. Spelling Bee Masterclass. Avoid common traps.
Now, we need to watch out for where the prefix and the root actually join together, because this is exactly where so many top spellers slip up. Look at interrupt. It's INTER plus rupt. That means you absolutely need a double R right there in the middle. Same exact thing with corrupt, COR plus rupts equals a double R. Now take a look at abrupt. Spellers constantly try to add extra letters here. Just remember it's ABRUPT, only one P and one T. And finally, whatever you do, never forget the hidden P in bankruptcy. Sound it out clearly in your head, bankruptcy.
All right, let's level up and recognize some advanced patterns. Look at these endings. Shirred, turable, interruptible, disruptor. They sound incredibly intimidating, right? But seriously, don't panic. If you hear these endings in a competition, I want you to immediately picture our magical hammer breaking things. You can clearly see RUPT hiding inside every single one of them. Keep the root intact, attach the prefix, add the suffix, and you'll easily decode the whole shebang.
Section 5. Root cousins. Similar, not the same. To be a true champion, you also need to be able to tell rupt apart from its extended family of root cousins, because they are kind of similar, but definitely not the same. Our first cousins are fract and frag. Unlike rupt's bursting, smashing hammer, fract and frag are way more like dropping a jigsaw puzzle or a pane of glass. They are all about breaking things into specific mathematical parts or really fragile shards. Think of a fraction in math, a whole broken into specific parts, or a fracture in a bone, or a fragile glass fragment. It's still breaking, for sure, but it's a very different kind of breaking than a bursting volcano.
Meanwhile, look at SCIND and CIS or CIS. SCIND acts a lot like splitting scissors. Rescind means to cut back or cancel something. And CIS or CIS acts like a super sharp surgical blade, cleanly cutting away. Think of an incision made by a doctor, or being concise in your writing, which literally means taking a sharp blade and smoothly cutting away all the unnecessary words. So just to recap, rupt is for smashing and bursting, fract is for shattering into pieces, and CIS is for clean, smooth cutting.
Section 6. Memory Tricks and Rapid Review. Test your knowledge.
Okay, let's bring our animal students back for a rapid-fire review to completely cement these memory tricks. Let's lock this in together. Erupt, the volcano breaks out. Disrupt, the storm breaks apart your plans. Corrupt, the rulebook is torn up and morally broken. Picture the squirrel holding a popped balloon for rupture. It broke open. Picture the penguin watching a movie that abruptly stops, broken off suddenly. And finally, uninterrupted. Imagine the owl reading a book for hours with zero distractions. Not broken, just continuous focus. This totally cements the fact that every single one of these words connects right back to the core idea of breaking.
Wow, we've covered the origins, the prefixes, the spelling traps, and even RUPT's root cousins. You are all now officially word detectives, so the very next time you're reading a tough book or standing up on stage at a spelling bee competition and you hear that RUPT sound, I want you to visualize that giant magical hammer. Ask yourself, what is being broken, and exactly how will you use the magical RUPT hammer to decode it? Keep studying, keep asking questions, and keep having fun with words. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and I'll see you next time.